Hi, I'm Natalie Knowles. Welcome to Christmas Eve with Livingston and Natalie. In the next few minutes, I'll be joined by legendary singer, songwriter, and storyteller, Livingston Taylor. Livingston is coming to the historic Latchis Theatre in downtown Brattleboro, Vermont on Saturday, January 22nd, 2022. I had the pleasure of talking with Liv about his style, his family, and his connection with his audience through his music. We also talked about the masterclass he's offering also in January here in Brattleboro. So keep watching for more information on that exclusive opportunity after our interview. Now grab a mug of your favorite holiday beverage and let's have a chat with Livingston Taylor on Christmas Eve with Livingston and Natalie. I have the honor and pleasure to talk to you this morning. Thanks so much for coming on.
Natalie, so good to be with you this morning. Thanks.
And you're a singer, songwriter. Some may not even know you're a professor.
Yeah.
And a career that spans over 50 years.
Yes, 50 years. Let me see. I'm presently 71 years old, and I started essentially making a living doing it when I was 17. And so, yes, that officially qualifies as over 50 years.
Yeah, I'm no mathematician, but that's a long time. And there's a lot of music and a lot of songs, a lot of great songs too. And not just that, but I mean, you really are a storyteller, a singer, kind of a real throwback to folk music, which I absolutely love. And you're no stranger to New England, though. Born in Boston,
raised in North Carolina. I don't know what happened, but I was clearly kidnapped by my parents who took me to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, but made my way back to the Boston area, back to New England when I was 16, and have been in that embrace ever since.
Yeah, so quite some time. And you've been to Brattleboro before, right?
Oh my gosh, I've been to Brattleboro certainly dozens of times.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you'll be performing at the Latchis Theatre, the downtown historic Latchis Theatre, which is such a fantastic venue. And your sound is going to be so beautiful there.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place to play. It has a rep amongst my fellow players as a real shining light.
It really is. It's a gem. And, we're so proud of the theater downtown. So as I said, you're a storyteller, you're a musician. And what else can the audience expect from you? Actually, some people describe you as being a little corny, which I really appreciate.
Well, okay. No. I'll take whatever superlative one assumes they're throwing. And I certainly don't.
It's lighthearted.
I certainly don't mind being sentimental.
Right.
I think one of my great one of the things that surprises people most when they come to my shows is that it's funnier than they expected it to be, and actually that's a surprise for me because I don't expect it to be that funny either, but. It is, but one of the reasons why is that I'm so comfortable on stage that people just relax, and it's very easy to laugh or to find humor when you're fully relaxed, and that's something my audiences feel. It's a real sense of well-being, and I like that.
Well, I think that you're willing to be vulnerable. You're okay to be yourself, and people really pick up on that. And talk about laughing and the importance of that and being comfortable. I mean, it feels like it's more important than ever to have those moments in life.
Yeah. Well, my problem is that I believe we're in better shape than we think we're in. And I think our capacity to work through difficulty is unbelievable. Our capacity to adapt and to change, to own our broken hearts, to find, to let that beautiful engine of hope return. And it does, and I know that that's going to happen. And so when I'm in the presence of my audience, I I I I revel in that feeling from them that they're okay.
Yeah.
And that ultimately, and that doesn't mean that they're not heartbroken or not concerned, but it does mean that they believe in their soul of souls that they will find a way through.
Yeah. Beautifully said, for sure. And so, will you be wearing a bow tie?
It's an interesting question. I often do. Occasionally, I think that I won't, and I'm going to Vermont, which is not exactly the land of bow ties. But
But you know, anything goes too in Brattleboro.
yes, and realistically, I probably will to start.
Yeah. And so I have to say, I do love your music. I love hits like I'll Come Running. And I love the collaboration you do with your brother James, City Lights. It's so
Oh
beautiful.
God, isn't that fun? Yeah.
It's such a fantastic song.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
do come from a family of musicians. I mean, you've performed with all your siblings,
Hmm.
collaborated with them at the same time. Do you have any plans in the future to collaborate with siblings or?
Well, it's if James and I find ourselves in the same space, we'll go on stage together. It's very easy to do. We've got a few songs that we do together. I think the notion of sort of one of the things that I like to suggest to people who suggest that idea, Natalie, is to say, listen, think about having your getting together with your own siblings that you love very much. You'll get together with three of them, and the four of you will spend a month rehearsing together, and then you'll all get on a bus and travel together for a year to a year and a half. And when you pose that to an existing family, they go, well, I just can't do that. I love my siblings, but not that much. And
Right.
and I think that that's where we find ourselves. So if the stars align and we find ourselves in a spot together, then we love to do it. But in terms of a formal organization, I'm not so sure that'll happen.
Right. I mean, but what a fun house that must have been to grow up in with so much music and so much creativity. I mean, I'm from a family of four, and so it's just nice to have a lot of
Yeah.
people around. You know, it's just the friendship, but then to add the music piece in is so it's such a bonding experience.
Yeah, I think so, and certainly music. Although my mother was a trained singer, but lived her career as a homemaker. My father was a doctor and trained an internist, but then ran the medical school at the University of North Carolina. He was dean there, and so they were both passionate though about making music and about having music around. It was and my mother was careful to have good instruments around the house.
Beautiful. Yeah, I think it's so important. I just actually purchased a piano myself, and my son's playing piano. I play the piano, and we're getting
Great.
on the piano together. And it's such a great thing to share. I mean,
Oh,
it really is. I called my mother and I said, I'm so grateful that you gave me those piano lessons all those years, because
yeah.
being able to sit down and play with my children is a gift.
Well, the other thing, Natalie, that I say to people all the time is when somebody wants at the age of 12 or 13 or 14 to quit their instrument and start playing soccer, and listen, the soccer is wonderful, the sports are wonderful, but the fact is that piano, that guitar, those are things that take you. The soccer field is forgotten at 42.
Right.
That piano, that piano is playing into your 90s
Exactly.
when you've forgotten how to put on clothes.
The
That
piano doesn't care.
that
Right.
piano still works and
Right.
still can be a part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
No, stay with those instruments, and I'll say to your listeners, not only stay with your instruments. If you've let it go, get it back. You
I
can
agree
get it back
100%.
again.
Yeah, I mean, I got this piano for $100. It's like the best $100 I spent all year
Yeah,
because we are having so much fun with
yeah.
it. I played for like 12 years. I took lessons for a long time. And so, and then I got on the piano and my kids are like, wow, you're actually pretty good. So now
Yeah.
I'm like, there's this whole other part of me that they didn't know. And now we can share it together.
No, so good, Natalie.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So your tour's kicking off in January in Pennsylvania, I believe.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be making your way to Brattleboro January 22nd. So 22nd, you'll be at the Latchis Theatre in downtown
Yes, and
Brattleboro.
then on the 23rd, we're doing a performance clinic on the 23rd.
Right here in Brattleboro.
Yes,
Fantastic.
in Brattleboro, and that I believe it's in the theater the next
Yeah, I
day.
think
But
so too.
and the proceeds from that are all going to go to the theater, and I'm enthusiastic about that and being in support of that beautiful musical space. And yep, and that's what's
Well, so tell me,
what's
just
going to happen.
quickly tell me a little bit about what that's going to be, what folks can expect on the 23rd at the Latchis.
On the 23rd, that clinic will be, hopefully, it will be people who play a bit, somewhere between early playing and to advanced playing. They will come, we will talk about performance, we'll talk about song delivery, about how to have a guitar or a piano and have them sound, how to make them clear, how to make those chords strong. How to make them,
Lovely.
how to let those that music tell a story and hold people carefully and well and safely, and allow the discipline of the music to facilitate the passion within. As I'm fond of saying to my students, they will never accept your passion until they're held by your discipline. So we'll talk about how to make that music disciplined and focused and absolutely safe.
What a great,
Yeah.
what a great opportunity for people.
Ooh,
So,
it'll be good.
no, it's going to be
No,
great.
I can make good good players. I can make average players sound very good right away, and I can make good players sound exceptional.
Well, I think
right
I will be there on the 23rd as well then. Yes, I would
Sweet.
love to have it.
Oh no, we can
Yeah, I
improve
would
this
love that.
playing. Generally, where you get in trouble, just quickly, where players get in trouble is they ask their instruments to do too much. They ask, so rather than just love that chord, they ask it,
Right.
and so that's where they get into trouble. They become fearful that what they're doing will not justify the interruption in other people's lives that you're requesting, and so they then it always makes me laugh. It's like offering somebody a serving of broccoli, and when they say, "Well, I don't want broccoli," you go, "Oh well, how about 10? How about 10 servings of it then?" You go, "No,
Right.
no, I didn't want one serving. Why are you?" And so that notion of being patient with your music, being patient with your chords, allowing them to be simple and clear and pure as the driven snow. Yeah, very, very pleasant.
How about you just leave me with a little bit of a sample?
Okay,
Okay.
this one says, so you could have a song like this. This is a song that everybody will know. Isn't she lovely? Surely the angel's best. I'm so happy that we have been heaven blessed. Lonnie, without you it could not be done. It was you who conceived the one so very lovely, made from love. And now that was the second or third verse that Stevie Wonder writes. And one of the things I do like to do is to do that third verse, and now everybody's in, and so just straight and clear.
Right.
So now they're free to join in because they know where they are. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Barely 1 minute. I can't believe what God's done. Through love He's given life to one so very lovely, made from love. So very lovely, made from love.
Yes, thank you so very much. That was I cannot wait. Yes, that's right. Is right. I am
Oh,
so
no, no.
excited.
And by the way, I love playing because it sounds good to me. I love hearing music come out of me. So again, Natalie, you play that piano.
Yes,
Let that music. And by the way, if you're playing it and it doesn't sound good coming back at you, play less. Don't play more.
Right.
Play less.
Yes.
Because a single note, that beautiful middle C, that's good. That's good.
That's right.
All right. I've kept you long enough.
Thank you so very much for taking the time. The show is January 22nd, Saturday, January 22nd at the Latchis Theatre in downtown Brattleboro. I'm so looking forward to
and then a clinic on the 23rd.
Yeah, we'll have all those details on our website and can be found on your website as well.
I think so.
Yeah. Well,
bye, Natalie.
Have a very happy holiday. Thanks again.
Okay, bye.
Take care.